Okay, hello everybody. Hold on, let me get to my notes really quick. I am excited. Week 3 of new partner training. I hope you guys have learned a lot. I hope you've been utilizing the things that you've learned. I hope that you've been teaching the things that you're learning because when you do all of the above, that's how you grow a business. So, we're going to get even more intricate this week and hopefully you're making connections. I have to shout out some people, so I've got to shout out Karen, who has been, I think it's been 3 weeks since she started her little partnership, and she has hit her quick start 1, quick start 2, X5 bonus, and tonight she hit her first rank of manager, got the $200 accelerator bonus, and got into the global bonus pool. So what? I'm so excited. And I told her when she started, you can make more than $500 this month. And she's like, no, there ain't no way. She's like, there ain't no way. And she already has. I don't know how much she's going to end up making before the end of the month, but it's just, I know it has blessed her and it's been a whirlwind. But when you're coachable, when you do the things that your coach tells you, when you put it, you don't just listen, but you put it into action. You do stuff scared. Some things scared her to death. Some things were way outside of her comfort zone, but she's done them and she did them again and she did them again and she did them again. And what happened is not only has she made connections through that, but she has gained some confidence in the process, which is what we want all of you to do. Not only be able to sign people up, but we want to teach you how to become confident leaders as we go. This week, we're going to talk all about multiplication. We're going to talk about helping your customers, growing your team, and stepping into leadership, stepping into the leadership gift that God has given you. And the faster you master these principles, the faster your business is going to grow. So the first one is duplication. Being Some people say duplicatable, some people say duplicable. I think it can be either way. That is probably it doesn't matter what works, it matters what duplicates. So for example, I had one girl one time, and honey, she was a sign up machine. She would bring people to her house, they'd sit at her kitchen table, she'd let them taste all the products, she would tell them all the things, and they would sign up, they would do good. But you know what they didn't do? They didn't become a partner because that was not duplicatable. They could not do what she did. Even though it worked for her, it did not duplicate. So that's one thing that keep it stupid simple, make sure what you're doing is duplicatable. One of the biggest mistakes that new partners make is thinking you have to figure everything out alone. Thinking, I've got to know all this, I've got to know everything about the products, I've got to make sure that I've got my story, I've got to, that you don't have to be the expert. You need to be the connector. That you've got an expert. You're going to eventually be the expert, but right now you're the connector. Your business grows when you plug in to your upline or your coach and your team for support, and you help your new partners do the same. So, how do you duplicate yourself? So, you get your new partners into action immediately. As soon as someone joins, you're going to help them post. You're going to help them reach into their hot market, sending text messages, and you're going to set up those 3-way calls. You're going to help them expand their audience and add people to the results group. That's all. I mean, that's what we've done, right? We've increased our audience. We've talked to people. We've sent messages out. We've used that app. We've posted. That's how you start. The same way you started is the same way that you teach your new partners or customers to start. You plug them into the system, walk them through the app, show them how to navigate the Learn library so they can be self-sufficient too. The first thing I do is send that partner little booklet. It's in boards under business, under partner onboarding or new partners. And it's a little thing that says, I think it says welcome to Singular or partner something. It says it's pink. I don't know what it says. But in that, the first thing it tells them to do is go download your app. and go through the Learn Library, because they're going to be able to learn at their own pace a lot faster. If they learn fast, they're going to go through it a lot faster than what you could teach them. And then once they do that, then that's going to teach them, it's going to make them more confident, because they're going to have access to all the products. They're going to have access to all the little tools. They're going to have access to social media posts. They're going to have access to videos, all the things to make them feel more confident when they're telling people and sharing it with people. You're going to encourage action over perfection, because, oh Lord, so many people are not ready, and they think they're going to screw up. It doesn't matter. You can fix anything. But standing in the same place out of fear is never going to move you forward. Action is way more important than perfection. And again, action creates confidence. The more you do something, the less you fear it. Right? Okay. And then you use your upline for support. So if you don't have to know what to say, you plug your prospects into your person. Whoever is helping you, it may not be your direct upline, it may be somebody above them. Whoever is helping you, that's who you plug your people into. If you don't have someone helping you, you find someone to help you. You call me, I'll help you find somebody that's gonna help you. Three-way calls are fire. And there's people on here that can tell you three-way calls or getting your upline on a call with somebody is fire. The chats are powerful tools, getting them in three-way chats. And the biggest reason those chats are so important is because that your upline can see the conversation. So like Karen is doing her own chats now. And I'm going to use Karen a lot because Karen's brand new. So it's helping, Karen's brand new. This is her third week. So she's gone through week 1, week 2. This is week 3. So the things that we're talking about are very relevant to what she's doing. But she's gotten to where she can talk in her chat. She can give the information. But if she runs into a wall or a question that she hasn't heard before, guess what? I can be in there and I can go see the whole conversation, and I can say, okay, let's talk. What if we say this, or what if we say this? And I can, if she says something wrong, I can see it and I can text her and I can say, maybe next time say it this way. So that way she learns, she becomes confident, and she can teach what she's learning. So that's why those chats are so powerful. If you're feeling stuck, if you're not sure what to do next, plug into your upline. I ask my people who want to run, call me every day. Talk to me every single day. You are not bugging your person. Your person, that's their job. You're helping them grow as well. So do not think you're bugging them. If they want you to call them every day, call them every day. Get plugged into your person. And I mean, it's a team effort. It's not you. You do not need to feel like you're alone. You do not feel like you're bugging somebody. There is no dumb question ever. We are here to help you grow. You're going to be there to help your new people grow. And that's what I tell you. That's what I tell people, if you got somebody that's going to help you build your business, is you going to feel like they're bugging you when they call and ask you a question? No, you're going to be, call me, I'll help you. That's how I feel about it. If you're struggling with an objection, because we all get those objections, don't try to handle it by yourself. Get your upline on the phone, so that way you can learn how to handle it. Then you can do it yourself, and then teach your person how to do that as well. So there's like for example, if a new partner tells you, I don't know what to say, and you're like, oh God, I don't either. Sometimes it's like that. Just say, your go-to is always, okay, let's get so-and-so. If I'm your coach, let's get Melissa on the phone and let's see what she says. You know, and then you can say, I know what I would say, but let's get Melissa on the phone and see if I'm right. Something like that. You always fake it till you make it, honey. That's what I always tell people. Even if you don't know, just fake it till you make it, and you can always find out the answer. But never tell somebody something that you're not 100% sure of. Always deflect, and then you can go back. So number 2, how to turn happy customers into partners. This is what we all want, right? We've got customers now, and we're like, oh gosh, I've got several customers, but I want them to be partners with us. Your best future business partners are always your happiest customers. That's the best ones. For example, Tabitha. Tabitha's a very happy customer. She became a partner because she's a happy customer. So that's where your back office is where you're gonna find some partners. I always say your back office is a gold mine. Your customers are always the easiest prospects for business partners. When somebody loves the partners, they are naturally sharing it anyways, because people are going to ask them, why are you so happy? Why are you so cheerful? Why are you losing weight? They're going to tell them. Why not have them get paid for it? So, how do we identify potential partners that aren't customers, right? Look in your social media. Look at who's engaged, who's commenting, who's posting, who's referring. Check your subscription report. No. This is for customers. How do we identify customers that want to be partners? Sorry, I got jacked up. So we look at who is engaged in the family page. Look at who is in your chats shouting themselves out. When you check in, it's somebody that says, "Oh, I love it." Who's commenting? Who is? If anybody posts their results on their social media, holy cow! Immediately get them on a call with somebody. Somebody that's reordering over and over again is a sign that they believe in the products. And then listen to what they're saying, because you should be engaged with your customers and building relationships, especially when you're new, because you've got time. When you've got 200 customers and you've got about 50 partners, you don't have as much time to listen. So, and y'all all gonna get there. Y'all, I'm speaking it. But right now, engage with your customers and build those relationships. Listen to what they're saying. If they say things like, "Oh my gosh, my friend told me she wanted to try it," or "My husband loves it too," that's your cue to start that conversation about being a partner. So, how do we invite our customers to the business? You make it very casual and natural. "Hey, Karen, you are already loving the products. You are already having results. I see you sharing. Have you ever thought about using this to make an extra income and at least get your products paid for?" That makes it less scary for people when they don't think it has to be big. At least get your products paid for. Highlight the financial benefits. Did you know that we've got a huge bonus that you're eligible for a $500 bonus this month? And then that right there, you're eligible, means that, oh, I get something, you know? So not, do you want to make a $500, but you're eligible to, it's all about the wording. So talk about how easy, how simple it is. Nothing's easy, but it's simple. And then, again, always deflect back to your coach, a three-way call. If they say something or if they start asking questions that you don't know the answer to, or you're not comfortable with, say, "Oh my gosh, that's a great question. Let's get Melissa on the phone and let's see what she says," or whoever your coach is. Does that make sense? All right. Number 3, let's talk about handling objections with confidence, because objections, I know, scary sometimes. Sometimes some people saying no is, it cuts into your heart, especially when you know that they need it. They would be good at this business. You know, I I've gotten to where it's just like, okay, no, it just gets me closer to the next yes. But sometimes when you're getting started, you take it personally. It's one thing you cannot do. Cannot take a no personally, because a no does not mean no. It just means not right now. So the people you're talking to, if you are engaged in a conversation with them, then most likely they need what you have. They just have to be convinced. And we've talked about the sales statistics before about the follow-ups. It usually takes someone 7 to 12 times to hear something before they decide to jump in. So objections are normal. It doesn't mean they're not interested. It doesn't mean they don't like you. It doesn't mean that they are personally attacking you. It means they need more information. Most of the time, that's usually what it means, is they need more information, or maybe it's just not their time. But so instead of fearing objections, welcome them. So it means that they are at least considering it. So let me give you some of the most common objections and a way to respond. So the first one, what do you think the first objection is? Unmute.
You can't afford it.
It's too expensive. I don't have the money.
That's what I hear all the time.
So the best way to overcome any objection is with 3 words: feel, felt, found. So, oh, I get that. I understand how you feel. I felt the same way until I realized it was less than my daily coffee run. And what I found was the results have been life-changing. Would you like to see how others afford it? So feel, felt, found. You hone into them because you feel what you felt. You feel what they're saying. You felt the same way if you did, and then you found what you found to do it. Second one, I don't have the time. Oh, I totally understand. I know how you feel. That's why I love Zingular. It's designed to fit into busy schedules. And what I found is I can do this in small pockets of my day. Can I show you how to do it? Here's one. Oh, I'm not a salesman. Oh, I completely understand what you're talking about. Neither am I. But what I found was we don't sell, we just share. I don't have to mail products. I don't have to ship products. I don't have to stock products. All I do is tell people and recommend, what I would do for free, and they pay me. So it's just I don't know enough people. Oh, I get that. When I started, I only had 300 people on my Facebook page. So I felt the same way. But what I found was I actually know more people than I think, than I thought I did. They showed me how to go in and find people and increase my audience. And, they taught me how to do that. Can I help you show you how to do that? So it's just, you've got to overcome those. Every single objection can be overcome. So it's just a matter of them needing more information. And there's another way to overcome objection. If this, then this. So if I were to show you how you had access to a whole bunch of people, then would you be willing to listen? So when you're overcoming the objection of if you were to, whatever the objection was, then would they be willing to buy the products or hear more information or become a partner, whatever it is that you're trying to overcome that objection. Does that make sense? So there's ways to do it. And then always, oh, I understand how you feel. Let's get Melissa on the phone and see what she says. So until you get comfortable, always a good thing. But I want to tell you, if you've got a good coach, you only going to do that about 2 times. And then they're going to say, you go overcome that objection because you know how to do it. So you might only get away with that. If you're my person, you're only going to get away with it 1 or 2 times. Number 4. This is something that Tabitha and I just got off with: the power of hosting your own event. That is huge. It can be in person, it can be on Zoom, it can be a Facebook party, but events create energy, they create belief, and they create momentum. Events are where breakthroughs happen. When we have an in-person meeting, we get everybody involved. When we do a whole team in-person team meeting, we get everybody involved. Everybody has a job. Everybody invites people, and the excitement is contagious. And we have a sign up rate at those events of over 85%. So people come to the events. If we've got 100 people that show up, we know we're going to get 85 people signed up. I mean, it's crazy how many people, because they can see the passion, they can see the excitement, they can see the energy, they can feel like who y'all are, who we are, and want to be a part of it. So that is where breakthroughs happen. So whether it's a corporate event, a team event, a Zoom, a Facebook Live, a party, plugging into events can transform your business because that's how you learn. So Tabitha got on the one with Bria tonight. It was like 30 minutes, quick, but all the information was given. We've done Facebook parties. We've done, Bria did a Zoom event. The in-person things can be in someone's living room, and it can be just, everybody sitting around on couches and just, this is why I love it. You're not sitting there saying, oh, the zinc has this many grams of what. Nobody cares what's in the products. They care what it's going to make, how it's going to make them feel. So you just say, this is what the products did for me. You share a few stories. This is what it did for my coach. This is what it did for my friend. And, let's see what it can do for you. So again, if you decide to have an in-person meeting, you call your upline and say, hey, if they can't attend in person, you don't even know how many times I have been on somebody's computer or on somebody's phone and did a whole event and not even be there. So anything can happen. You just got to make the initiative, go forward, get it done, take the action, and learn as you go. You can use events for the growth of your business for sure. You can invite people. You can create incentives for inviting people, and then you can have incentives for the people you invite to invite people. So you can open up that network huge, by getting the people you're inviting to, you can say, whoever brings the most people is going to get, a free product, or anybody that brings a guest gets in a drawing for, a $20 gas card. I mean, you can do anything that you want. I would encourage you to host an event just to see. Do it scared. Just try it. It can be a Zoom, it can be a Facebook party, or it can be an in-person event. And you can create that energy from it. You can create the excitement, and you can use those events to create urgency. If somebody's on the fence, you can invite them to a Facebook party and say, hey, we're having a special event tonight where our top leaders are going to be sharing their secrets. Do you want to check it out? Or you can do like I used to do and say, okay, they told me I had to have 5 people. Will you please, please, please just fill a seat? Will you please, please, please just show up so I don't look stupid? People are so much more willing to do something for you than they are for themselves. I am not beyond begging, because you don't know how many times I've done that for people, and they end up being my partners. So you never know what just somebody hearing it. I don't care if you think they need it or not, just get people in those seats, get people on the events just so they can hear and see what you have. Again, you can do in-person launch parties. You can invite friends and family, share product experiences, and always, always share the business opportunity. You can do the Facebook party, you can do the Zoom calls, and let's see. Often the solution is just getting people connected with other people. And it's because sometimes somebody you're talking to might have 75 pounds to lose, and you might have not needed to lose weight like Karen. Karen's on the products for gut health. But then again, somebody else may only need to lose 10 pounds, and you had 100 pounds to lose, and they feel like they don't relate to you. But when you're in a party setting and they hear all these different stories, that's when it helps them get connected to what their specific needs are. Does that make sense? Okay. So number 5, it's the last one. Leading yourself and playing the long game. Success is not just about what you do today. It's about the habits that you build over time. The most successful people in Zingular treat this like they are the CEO of a multi-million-dollar business, even before they make any money. I'll tell you, when the very first event I went to was in 2015, and it was in Las Vegas, and I was still trying to decide if this was real or not, if it was like legit or not. And I went to that event and I've got a corporate America background. So I was expecting a business meeting. That's what I was expecting. And that's not at all what happened. I mean, the corporate team came out dressed like Elvis because we were in Las Vegas. They get on these big wheels and they're racing through through the crowd and everything. And it was so laid back and it was so just the energy. I mean, it's just like you just wanted to be a part of it and wanted to be, you're just smiling from the inside. And Robin Packard, who is the top earner in our company, she gave this speech, y'all, and I felt so sorry for the girl. She was terrified. Like she was physically shaking. She got it there and she was like just mumbling. You couldn't hardly tell what she said. She talked for like 6 minutes of a 15-minute time slot. And I don't know. I still don't know. I'm just sitting there with my mouth open and just like, we're all just like, what is she saying? And then she ends with, yeah, and I guess that's it. And I don't know what to say. World peace. And I'm just like, oh my word. Y'all, it wasn't 15 minutes later that that same girl got up on stage and they handed her a check for $100,000. It was a bonus check for $100,000. And it was that second that I said, oh man, if she can do this, I can do this, I'm not a speaker either, but I knew I could do better than that, and that girl's doing that and getting $100,000 check. It's just like, I went home and I said, I'm going to do what she did. And I started treating Zingular like a business instead of like a hobby. Instead of having one toe in, I jumped in. And I was like, I don't know how I'm going to make this work. Was, working like I am, but I figured it out. I turned off the TV. I started looking at the things that I was doing that was taking my time that wasn't making me money. And I started finding that time. And it wasn't a whole lot to begin with, but the more money I made, it seemed the more time that I found. It was crazy. So if you treat it like you're the CEO of a multi-million-dollar business before you ever make $1,000, it is going to pay you. You may work harder to begin with than what you're making, but eventually that script flips, and then you will make more than you could ever work. There's not enough hours in the day to work what they end up paying you. When you're making, 10, 20, 50, $100,000 a month, there ain't no way that you can work that much to be getting that much money. But to begin with, you work a lot and you get paid what you're working, but at some point it just flips and then the money is just like it's such a blessing. It's amazing. And you have to stay consistent and you have to stay motivated. We can inspire you, we can encourage you, but motivation is something that's got to come from within. And it goes back to week 1 when we talked about you've got to know why you're doing this. There's got to be a reason that is way bigger than just making money, that's going to get you up in the morning, that's going to keep you up at night, that you can see that long-term dream and that long-term goal, and it's going to get that motivation going, because there's going to be days when you're like, I'll message them tomorrow. It's going to be that why and that motivation that makes you message them that day and makes you work your business every single day, because you know what it's going to give you. You've got to commit to that daily action. You've got to start small. You can always build up, but every day do something. Create that vision board, because I have got one. I've got one from, I think I'm on my 5th one now. But you've got to have the vision. Without a vision, people perish. Without a vision, your business will perish. You've got to have a vision of what you want. So create the vision board. What are you working for? More time with your family, financial freedom, a dream vacation, a land, a house, college fund, a big wedding, whatever it is. Cars, trucks, boats, giving to a charity, going on a mission trip, and whatever it is that is your dreams, put it on a board, and nothing's too big. Nothing is too big. If there's like a vacation, whatever the biggest thing is on that board, you go and research it. Find out where you're going to stay. Find out how much it's going to cost. Do all of the legwork as if you're going next week or if you're going this summer. and just have it on there, because the bigger you can build that vision, the bigger you can see it in your mind, the more likely you are to hit it. You've got to understand, you've got to understand the timeline. If you were to start a traditional business, it would take 5 years to see a profit. So why would you expect to do this for 3 months and not make a fortune and then just say, well, it didn't work? You've got to put in the work and trust the process. Faith plus action equals success, not faith alone. And I'm going to say not action alone, because we can't do anything without the Lord backing us. That's how I feel. So you've got to have faith. You've got to have the action. And that's what equals success. Tabitha said this, faith without works is dead. You can dream all day, but if you don't put in the work, you're not going to see the results. You've got to show up every single day, and success is going to come. And what I say is, run fast and break things. Don't wait until you feel ready. Jump in, take that messy action, and figure it out along the way, because you can do hard things. So this week's challenge, I want you to talk to 5 people a day. And that means not messaging. That means talking to 5 people a day, like engaging in conversation, not just if they message you back. There is a back and forth conversation, that counts as 1. So schedule an event, either in person, Zoom, or Facebook, a Facebook party. And then I want you to call your coach or your upline every single day this week. That's your 3 things this week. Success is not about knowing everything before you start. It's about starting before you're ready. If you wait until you feel like you know everything, you are never going to move. Because I can tell you, 10 years later, I still learn stuff every single day. Tabitha's like, oh, I've learned something today. Tabitha's been here 4 months and she still learns stuff. Bria's been here for 9 years. She still learns stuff all the time. So you can't wait until you know it all. You've got to just start, learn as you go. Action creates confidence. Overcoming your fear creates confidence. Every single leader that you see that's crushing it in Singular, they didn't wait. They jumped in, they made mistakes, they learned, they kept going, and that's how you win. And one thing that, and I keep bringing that Tabitha, I talk to Tabitha every single day. She has the most profound little one-liners, but one thing that she says is, your ceiling is my floor. So I've already done all the dirt. I've already made the mistakes. So you don't have to go through all of that. So where I'm at right now, that's your floor. That's your starting point. So your coach, their ceiling is your floor. So you get to take everything that they've done, all the knowledge, all the mistakes, and you get to learn from that, and then take your own knowledge and your own experience, and then you get to start and just explode and go way faster than they ever thought about going. So quit overthinking, quit waiting for the perfect moment. It's now. I'm telling you, the perfect moment is right now. So the only way you fail is to do nothing or to quit. So success loves speed. The faster you take action, the faster your business is going to grow. So I love you guys so much. I hope you took fast notes, because I know I talked fast. I hope you got something out of it. And we will do week 4 next week. If you are on here and if you have missed the first 2 weeks, I've got the recordings for that. So this will also be on a YouTube and have a recording for it. Hey, Matthew. I just saw Matthew get on. So get that from me. And other than that, let's go do hard things and run fast and break things. Woo-hoo! Have a good one.